So I arrived here to a basic school here, grades 1 through 9 here, a little bit outside of Ljubljana. And what's the name of the school here?
Osnovna šola Adamic Grosuplje.
And so we're going to go ahead and get an interview with the principal. But it's in a really nice area here, and I look forward to visiting the school. What school are we at here today? What is your name and what is your title?
My name is Janja Zupancic, and I work here as a headmistress. The school is called Osnovna šola Adamic Grosuplje, what would be in English primary school, Adamic Primary School. Mm-hmm. So we are named after a writer who also worked in United States in the times of Great Depression, and so very well known, but probably this is not the point to talk about today. So our school has 1,100 pupils aged from 6 to 15, and we operate in 5 buildings in the city and in villages around.
So it's not all on one campus, it's spread out.
Yeah.
So how many people are physically in this campus where you're at right now?
In this unit, this is the central unit where we have, let's say, the huge kitchen and the administration. So here are about 60 people.
60 staff?
Yeah.
How many kids are here?
Here, 500.
500 ages and grades?
12 to 15.
12 to
15.
15 years old?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because I see some pretty young kids out
Yeah.
there. There are at least 12.
Temporarily, just this year now,
Mm-hmm.
they are here because we don't have enough space in another unit. But in the autumn, they will be back to the smallest unit.
Let me ask you, is it quite common that most of the schools are grade 1 through 9 on the same campus, or do they break them up?
I believe most schools have all kids in one place.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And is education completely free here?
Well, you don't pay for teachers, but you pay some money for books.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say student books are free. Children get them at school, and then they give them back at the end of the year.
Okay.
And the workbooks are free for the first year. But then from the 2nd to the 9th grade, parents have to agree with the top cost of student books. So this is what we did 2 weeks ago for the next year. This is more or less it. Then we have some open field weeks when students go, let's say in the 3rd year they go swimming for a week, and in the 6th year they go skiing. That's what parents pay. But we also have a school fund, and we raise money, it's kind of charity, to help pupils who have, let's say, some
needs.
Come from
Socially,
let's say, weak families.
How about food? Do they provide a hot meal to the kids?
Yes, we provide 3 meals a day.
Really? Starting when to when?
Yeah, we used to provide 4. We used to have breakfast at 7 or 7:30, and then they have a snack at 10 o'clock.
Right.
It's a break of a 20-minute break. And when they finish, they can go to have lunch. And for those kids who stay here in the afternoon, they also get the possibility to have afternoon snack.
And it's completely free?
No, that's not free.
Okay.
The snack costs 80 cents.
But the breakfast and the lunch are...
Yeah, we don't, let's say, we offer kids breakfast, but it's for free.
Okay.
We have the snack at 10 o'clock, which costs 80 cents.
Okay.
because the ministry pays for the workers,
Right.
and this is just the cost of
Subsidizing, right?
yeah, okay. And the meal, the lunch, costs €2.40. Because we don't make profit out of it. Our idea is to be zero to, let's say, the costs cover the expenses.
Okay.
And then the same goes with the afternoon snack.
Right.
And we also employ a person, well, in a very small percentage, who takes care of diet, who decides what is about to be prepared, so that it's healthy all day long. Maybe it's important why we have free breakfast. There's a lot of food that's left, so we offer it next morning for free. And because we also take care of being healthy, this is also one of priorities, I think, all around Slovenia. We teach children how to prepare healthy food. So we have groups of students who come to school in the morning, and they make smoothies and juice out of the vegetables and fruits that's left from the previous day, or if there's not enough, we buy some. But it's not that expensive, because the ministry also offers some scheme. Let's say they have projects for of school. It's called Scheme of School Fruit and Vegetables, and now we also have milk. So we get these subsidized twice a week.
What would a typical lunch, like, would they serve things like pizza and hamburger?
Oh no,
No, that's not like
healthy.
the United States.
Yeah. No, that's only occasionally.
Yeah, it's gotten so bad in the United States, they're trying to make pizza because of its nutrients, the lobbyists.
Yeah.
So it gets on the lunch, which they've gotten on. They turn it into a vegetable.
Let's say usually they have a soup for lunch. That's a kind of starter dish.
And these are all like prepared, like here.
Yeah.
Right, from scratch.
Yes.
Right, it's not processed food.
No.
Okay.
No. So usually they start with some soup or something, then they have some meat and, let's say, potatoes or all sorts of, let's say, and the salad. And sometimes they also have some dessert. It depends. Right now in summer we give them, last day, school day, we give them ice cream. But otherwise there's a lot of fresh fruit and vegetables. So let's say the first graders that you see outside, we give them chopped vegetables, so that they get used to it early. So they get, let's say, carrots and things like that, tomatoes and so, and they just eat this with their hands as they go along, instead of, I don't know, chips and so things like that.
Generally, the kids look much slimmer here in Ljubljana than they do in the U.S.
One of our priorities is also to keep them moving.
Yeah.
So let's say when we go around school later on, you can see that we're trying to turn the building into a playground. And right at the moment, this year we have a project where we try to teach teachers how to put more movement, more physical activity into each lesson, because let's say based on neuroscience and things like that, it's really important that they, after about a period of 15 to 20 minutes, that they, let's say, move, that they don't sit too much. There's a lot of the problems with concentration, focus and so on is, let's say, in increase, so we try to do something.
So how many days a year do the kids go to school, and how many days a year do the teachers have to be here?
Yeah, pupils come here 190 days.
Okay.
These are all the lessons and activity days and so on. Whereas teachers, that depends on each school. I believe that when students are here, teachers must be here as well, and they must do their best. So during those short holidays in autumn and New Year, spring and so on, in our school teachers have holidays as well. But we, after the lessons finish, the teachers stay for about 7 working days, and before the beginning of the year we start 7 to 8 working days before to prepare.
And that's their contract,
Yeah.
so to speak. They have to be here
Yes,
on that time.
yeah.
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 And I'm just throwing different things around. Teacher unions, how strong are they?
Quite strong.
Quite strong.
Yeah.
Is that a good or a bad thing? And do you see that teacher unions are, well, is it problematic? I mean, to try to get rid of a teacher maybe that's not up to par?
Oh, that's, let's say the legislation, it's quite protective.
Is it the state?
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
the country,
yeah,
the system.
yeah,
So it protects the workers
yeah,
within
Yeah.
the public sector.
yes.
All the public sector.
All the public sector.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
not just teachers.
No.
So I guess that takes me to the next question. In the United States, approximately 50% of the teachers come from the bottom 25% of their university cohort. So for example, I was just in Finland a few months ago, and you know, it's a completely opposite situation where they're getting the cream of the crop around the top 10%. So, you know, quality is not an issue for the most part, and there's a lot of independence, and teachers are pretty much work independently. So my question is then, here, how does it work?
Well, we do not get the top, right? But I don't see that as a problem.
Are you getting the bottom?
No,
No.
no, no.
So it and the university would be to get in the teaching college. Would it be kind of in the middle, upper middle? To
Upper
get in?
middle, yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I hope so.
Okay.
But when we have strong bonds with universities that teach and prepare and train future teachers. So we are quite, let's say, famous destination for students to spend here and some time and learn, do their practice. This is also good for us, for our teachers, because they try harder when they get a student from university. And this is also how we find the potential new teachers, because I believe that in about 3 years there will be a huge problem in Slovenia to get new teachers.
Why?
Because the many older teachers are about to be retired, and the faculties do not, let's say, produce so many as we need it. And it's quite difficult job because of all the pressures. You really need to be a multitasker and have all sorts of skills that, let's say, the parents also are quite demanding, and that is why it's good to get people who have very good personal skills, communication skills and so on. And then when we get them in our system of our school, we spend a lot of time training teachers, also no matter whether they are new teachers or old teachers. We also have groups of teachers inside school, so that when we get a new teacher, he gets a mentor, he's involved in a group of teachers with either with a similar subject or let's say level, so that we have different ways how to help them in the school.
So you don't just throw a teacher to the lions. I mean, there's a lot of support.
Yes. When we hire a teacher, let's say at the beginning of the year, we have a meeting for 2 meetings for all teachers, let's say general with all sorts of information, and then the newcomers have special, let's say, treatment.
Okay.
They get additional idea. We also, when I have interview, I talk to them about what our priorities are, what's our vision, so they can find their place here.